You know, I brought my bike out here to do some prep for the riding season, and I'm like, since I'm out here, I should just talk about this stand, since it's like been one of my favorite bike tools. So this is the Park Tool 10.2 bike stand, and overall it's been a great stand. They don't sell this anymore, or they might sell it, but this is the previous generation. You can see down here, it has like a clamp. It's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can get around this side. Down here, it has this kind of like friction clamp that just grips. So you have to like, I won't do it since the bike's up there, but you have to tighten this down and then like really wrench on it to clamp this down, and it just squeezes. They fixed this with the newer one, and it's more of like a positive type thing. So the problem with this is if you don't get it completely super tight, with heavier bikes, like if you have an e-bike or something like that, the whole stand could just kind of slide and collapse. And I've had that happen once, just when I didn't tighten that enough. And it's not great when you're working on your bike and just like the stand collapses. So the nice thing about that is, now that we've talked about it, that's like the one negative I have with the stand, is that everything else has been great. There is something to keep in mind, so I guess you can consider this another negative, is you really need something round on the bike. This has like different kind of like shapes. It's almost like a triangle shape, so it can grab onto different things. But in reality, this is really only good for grabbing circular posts. So like if you have like a carbon fiber bike that doesn't have like round shapes, sometimes they even have like the stem will not be round, which will make it difficult to really grab onto this if you have that type of bike. Here, see, like you can tell this top tube is not circular, so you can't get that kind of like grip on the top tube. So let me grab my fixed gear. Like my fixed gear, it's all circular steel tubing, and you can grab anywhere on that. So here's my fixed gear, and you can see that it's all circular tubing, so this stand can really grab onto like any section of the bike, and you can just wrench on it and flip it around, and it makes it really convenient. That's not the case with this carbon fiber bike. This is a GT grade gravel bike. So this one you're kind of stuck just grabbing onto this bike, the seat stem. But it's really easy to kind of flip this around. And the benefit of the 10, Park Tool sells like a 9.3 as well model. It's a little bit cheaper, but it doesn't have as nice of a clamp as this one. So like, if you want a nice clamp, you're really gonna have to go with the 10.3, but you can do things like this. Just wrench it down, you'll hold it there like this. And it's just really easy to kind of rotate the bike around this axis where you're clamping. So I can't complain about it. It's really light. It holds up well. I have the bad habit of, I live in the Seattle area, so it rains a lot and it's quite wet. And I have a bad habit of just leaving this outside for days in the rain. And also, like, I'll wash my bike on this, and as you can tell, it's not really getting rusty or anything. This finish on here has held up well, even though it's been in the sun, rain. It's actually been in the snow as well, and it's been covered with soap, bike grease, a bunch of different things. And as you can tell, I've had it about 3-4 years now since COVID started, and it's still holding up great. Another thing about the 10 versus the 9 is it has this little kind of tray. I honestly don't use it all that much, but I can see how that would be like useful to have. I do stick like some old nuts and bolts in there when I'm kind of working on the bike, but it's not like the most critical thing for me to have. So yeah, it's a bike stand. It's not a whole lot to talk about. It does collapse up into like these legs collapse vertically, so they wrap kind of up against this. So this thing kind of packs down to like a nice little tubular long shape. So you can fit it in most vehicles. You don't need a truck or anything. Kind of a large to transport this around. So yeah, it's a great little stand. I have not really any complaints with it except that one clamp I mentioned down here. But if you're buying this new today, it's gonna be, sorry, there's a helicopter flying over. But like I said, if you're buying this new today, you're not gonna have this clamping issue. And I heard that part tool even offers like an upgrade for the 10.2. So if you find this used, you can actually upgrade this clamp down here and not have to deal with that issue of it collapsing accidentally. It hasn't been that big of an issue for me. It happened to me once, and I'm just careful to tighten it down. So like, that's not a huge downside for me, but it is what it is. So yeah, just wanted to quickly do this little review. It's a bike stand. There's not a whole lot you can talk about. And this gives me an opportunity to test out this new lens I'm trying out. And just, I haven't made a review video in a while, so I'm a little rusty. So yeah, I'm gonna strip these wheels off. I need to redo the sealant because I haven't ridden this in, oh man, it's been a while, probably like 6 months. So yeah, I'm gonna strip these tires off, clean out the sealant. I might even have to replace these tires, but yeah, it's gonna be all ready to go for the summer. So yeah, that's pretty much it.